Kini ang programa nga magatod ka nato sa kabaguan. Katin-awan og dugang kahibalo alang sa kalambuan sa atong nasod. Programa nga mahimong tulay ngadto sa ahensya sa gobyerno aron ikaw ug ako ug atong nasod molambo. Mga pagtuki sa mga impormasyon nga makahatag ka natong dugang kaalam sa pagpangga sa atong yutang natawhan. We are your partners of hope. Makisayod, magpakabanha, makigiusa, sa kalambuan, mag-uban kita. All right, welcome back sa Partners of Hope. This is your partner sa Paglaom, Brother Edan Fuentes. And today, we have very special guests. Actually, there are 3 of them, all coming from National Telecommunications Commission. And today, we are so fortunate that they have, accepted the invitation. And we have, let me introduce first, our first guest. There are actually 3 of them. We have Attorney Pem Cabales. Good afternoon, Attorney.
Good afternoon.
All right, and we have Attorney Joanne Marie Pacoribot.
Good afternoon.
All right, good afternoon, Attorney. And she's actually the acting legal officer of NTC Region 10. We also have, last but certainly not the least, we have Engineer Victor Abada, Engineer 1, NTC 10.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
All right, how are you doing today? Okay ra.
Okay ra.
Okay. All right. So thank you so much, by the way, for being here sa ato ang Hope Channel Studio. Sa dili pa ta magstorya, sa dili pa ta mangutana sila dagan mga pangutana. I'm sure naapon mo dagan pangutana diya. Kung asa mo kuno natanaw diya mo sa atong YouTube channel, nata sa ato ang Facebook Live, wherever you may be right now, please do share this live atong interview karon. And also, makita po niya sa ato ang local channel, Channel 17. And we have also diya sa ato ang Jade Parasat Cable TV, Channel 25. Welcome back sa Partners of Hope. Kanigya po ninyo ang kapartners sa Paglaom, Brother Edan Fuentes. And again, we have our important guests this morning. Again, we have Attorney Pem, we have Attorney Joanne, and Engineer Vexter. So, without further ado, what is the primary role of NTC in our country? Any one of you can answer?
Yes, the primary function of NTC is to regulate the telecommunications and broadcasting industries in the country. The major players in the telecommunications industry being Globe Telecom, Smart Communications, and the newcomer dito. And the giant broadcasting companies are the GMA, the TV5 and the defunct ABS-CBN.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Attorney Pem. Is NTC under our president?
NTC has been under the office of the president during the Pinoy administration.
Okay.
But when Duterte entered the Malacanang seat, the ICT was created, the Department of Information and Communication Technology. So we transferred from the Office of the President, and we are now under the Department of we are now under the DICT.
Okay, so during kay President Noynoy Aquino, NTC was under the President.
Office of the President.
Office of the President. So right now it's under
DICT.
DICT. Oh, okay.
Under Secretary Ivan Uy.
Oh, okay. That's pretty good to know. Thank you so much. How does the NTC proactively and continually create a responsive regulatory environment for a viable, affordable, reliable, and accessible telecommunications? Ikaw, Engineer.
Okay, let's first talk about to maintain the reliability of our
Yes.
telecommunication service. So first, NTC do it by maintaining its regulatory function. So from time to time, we conduct inspections and monitor the operation of our telecommunications services, and as well as we monitor the entire radio frequency spectrum to make sure that there are no interference or no other services that can hamper the delivery of reliable telecommunications. And we talk about affordability.
Yes.
So NTC is continually to creating, crafting guidelines and regulations to encourage our other players in that telecommunication service. And one of which is notable, as we all know, way back 2018, the NTC crafted the TOR, Terms of Reference, for the selection process of the new major telcos, or as we commonly know it as the third telco.
Yes.
So through that, by introducing a new player in the market, so we encourage competition, and it gives more access to telecommunications, and in a way, it lowers the price of the service.
Right. Well, I think it's really good to have competition because kung gamay ra ang nagbaligya ana, medyo mahal gud ato ang atong prices, right?
Yes, sir.
And I think Attorney Pem made mention that there is a coming third company, and we are talking about D2, right?
Dito is already operating now.
Operating, okay.
Operating, yes.
So are we having another major player in the market right now?
A newcomer.
And
Dito.
Dito, I think you made mention Dito is already operating, right?
Yes,
Yes.
Dito
Okay.
is already operating, and as of now, we have so many telecommunication entity, but when we talk about telcos that delivering the cellular mobile services, so we
okay.
have 3. But we don't. Our telecommunication entities, we have lots of telecommunications entities. This includes the wired services. For example, we have PLDT. So those are
Okay.
example of telecommunication entities.
All right. Well, that's good to know. You made mention about frequencies and making sure that our telcos or telecommunication companies deliver what we are supposed to have. How do you figure out that they're not delivering to what is expected from them?
They have a commitment, and they have deliverables. So
Yes.
from time to time, NTC audits that, and if they fail to deliver, then NTC enforces what is the law that they somehow violated.
We also have inspections and monitoring to assure that they deliver.
Okay. And say if dili sila maka-deliver unsa man, I mean, I'm talking about me being a consumer ba kay usahay medyo, sometimes ma-irk magig ka nga, ano man ning murag nakaputol makalit ang internet karon. I mean, how do you go about it?
We usually call their attention, and we give them the complaints and make sure that they
Deliver somehow.
deliver somehow the complaints. And usually it happens.
Okay. That's pretty good. So, kayo usahay mo good, like ako, I have PLDT now at home. So usahay, murag 2 days naman nga murag medyo pangit-pangit man. Usahay na ako'y complain, dili man nila paminawon. So how do I go about it?
Pwede kumotog NTC, sir, or maybe email us, and then we will email also the PLDT.
Okay. So kato ta atong mga viewers kanon kung naare mo yung mga medyo nga wala na paminawan nga mga complaint or
You may go to NTC and then file your complaint there, and we will do the action
Okay.
for you.
but does it have to be like a bulk complaint or
No.
or maski ikaw lang usa or
Pwede lang ikaw lang isa, and then your own account, you have to complain your own account.
Okay. Because you can't really say for others, right?
Yes.
And just to, in addition lang, sir, I would like to clarify that prior NTC will act on it or call the attention of the telecommunication entities. Of course, NTC will have to assess the nature of complaints, because it depends. For example, the nature of complaints is the problem is on the end of the consumer.
Yes.
So we can advise the consumer on what to do.
Okay.
We don't go directly to the telecommunication entities.
So it has to be validated
It
first.
has to be validated first.
Basing,
Yes.
uy, ikaw naputol dito yung mong gihula dito na on ba?
Tama.
Okay, doon ang mga basics ng mga troubleshooting.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Who are your partner agencies?
Well, NTC, aside from its regulatory and licensing
Yes.
function, so NTC, there are so many many hats that NTC is wearing. So actually, we engage in technically or theoretically on all government agencies. So, for example, NTC has a function in terms of disaster prevention and mitigation. So,
Okay.
we engage with the Regional Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council through the OCD. So, when we talk about regional development, so we have the RDC and the NEDA. And also in the course of implementing our function, so we engage with different law enforcing agencies, and we also engage with the LGUs, and we also engage in general with the public and with the private stakeholders in terms of delivering our duties.
Okay. Well, that's good.
We
Addition?
also partner with DTI because there are complaints that are in nature and after sale complaints.
Yes.
So if the nature of the complaint is about the warranty or
Yes.
any after sales concern, we forward it to the DTI. And we are only focused on the technicality of the complaints, like the quality of call or the internet speed.
As well as the billings also, we cater the complaints.
Yes.
In addition.
And you know what? I love what's happening probably in the last 2 years. Kay medyo paspas na gid po noon nga gada ato ang internet connection. Mo gid akong primary gid nga concern kay dapat I should have internet everywhere I go. So it's much better than before. And I think you guys did play an important role to the improvement of sa atong reliability sa atong internet connection, right, sir?
Yes, sir. We continuously monitor the speed of our internet. And yes, you are right, sir. On the previous years, there has been a significant increase in
I love
our
it.
internet speed.
All right. Thank you so much. What are the permits, licenses issued by you guys in TC?
We have lots of permits and licenses that we issue, sir. So we issue permits to a broadcast entities. We issue permits to telecommunication entities, and as well as those radio communication equipment.
Okay.
In general, sir, NTC is the one regulating the broadcast and telecommunications entities, and we issue relevant licenses as to the so that these entities can operate.
In addition, we also issue permits to mobile dealers, sellers, and also to mobile phone service center.
Ako nang let's say Samsung diya sa
Yes.
Ayala or sa okay, so di ka operate na kung wala mo license nga nakuha sa inyo.
Yes.
And also the repair shops.
Oh,
they also need
okay.
our permits.
Kana sa Ororama nga mga repair shops. Oh, okay.
And also the value-added services.
And the purpose of that, sir, is to ensure that the quality of their products and the delivery of their service is within quality.
Okay, of course lain po kayo tanan nga dako imong bayad diha paguman. Guba na pud lagi ni. Okay. That's nice. Could you also explain the several laws that are under NTC's purview and what NTC is doing to ensure that its quality operation, supervision, and maintenance? For example, Radio Control Law Act number 3846 as amended, radio station both for private and public use. Ito man siya nga law before tamato sa next.
Basically, the radio control law
Yeah.
mandates that when you operate a radio equipment, you should need the permits and licenses from NTC. And what are the allied radio licenses?
Examples are those broadcast entities. This includes the television stations as well as the AM and FM stations. So under Act 3846, it is stated there that before these companies or these businesses can operate, so they need to secure a franchise from the Congress, and as well as the corresponding certificates of public convenience issued by NTC, and as well as the necessary license for their equipment.
So kaniya to din sa Hope Channel nagkuha gini sa license sa inyo. Nakahinabi na din mo namo sa una pa di ay.
Yes, sir. Actually, matawag na ito nga, Hope Channel is our suki. So,
Suki.
this is part of our, from time to time, we conduct inspections of all the broadcast entities. So, din sa Region 10, so, Hope Channel is part of the broadcast entity or station nga among gina-visit to check their legalities.
And we have been up to date so far.
Well, as of our inspection, compliant naman. Compliant man, sir. Compliant.
Kasi get-review to rin sa channel ba? Wala rin mo natuman ba? But we are, you said, okay, and we have been doing our end of the bargain and making sure nga kanang naagin ni mga licenses among mga equipment and everything, right?
Yes, sir. As of our latest inspection, compliant man sad noon.
Okay.
Naman.
And there are also stations or let's say inani para sa Hope Channel nga or I'm not saying Hope Channel na po ilaing nga mga stations nga wala gyud pud ga comply. I'm not asking you to name it, okay? But what do you think?
Yes, naagyo daghan gihapon, sir.
And what are the penalties man if ever gahay lang sa ulo lagi yun sa man sa tugbato na na?
We usually
Shut them down?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Pero
Yes. First, there is an administrative cases filed against them, and they are given the opportunity to explain why. And if the commission at the central office finds that they really violated the law, the commission issued the cease and desist order, and the regional office like Cagayan de Oro would implement the cease and desist order, and that would be the time that the broadcasting company will close its shop.
Okay. And normally kanang kay tungod sila wala sila nakakuha permit naggayga kung sila ulo no. Oh, okay. And what are the NTC regulated equipment?
Technically, sir, all radio communication equipment that uses radio frequency capable of transmitting radio frequency is subject to the regulation of NTC. So when I say subject to regulation, before this equipment can be imported and can be sold in the Philippine market, so it needs to pass a certain technical standards that is what we call as type approval before it can be sold in the market. And also, we have a specific type of radio equipment that prior to its purchase and operation or use, it needs a special authority from NTC. So we call it a permit to possess or the radio station license. So this equipment includes our broadcast stations equipment. Example, this is the radio transmitter that is used by our TV stations and FM stations. So also included in the regulated equipment are those equipment installed or used by our telecommunication companies. So example kanang mga equipment nga ginagamit sa atong mga cell sites. So those are regulated equipments. And also those are radio communication equipment that in the fixed and land mobile service. So for example, sir, if we notice kana bitang mga base radios and portable radios, commonly known as the Roger walkie-talkie.
Yes, walkie-talkie.
Yes, those are regulated equipment. So prior nga makagamit ka na nga equipment, so you need a permit or authorization from NTC nga bago nimo siya magamit.
So dili na basta-basta nga paliton diha nga ako ning gamiton kay ganahan lang ko gamiton ni siya. So dapat nagyapon na i-register yapon na sinili yapon.
Yes sir, that is a subject atong na-discuss nato ganina nga Act 3846 nga those equipments before nimo siya magamit and ma-operate, you need to secure a license from NTC or else subject ka sa penalty.
That is why, sir, kung mag-buy ka og equipment sa Shopee and Lazada, nag-advise me na they should secure our permits first before purchasing them. Kaya amo mo na siyang dakupon and
subject to administrative case dayon siya.
and among
for feet.
So saan niyo pagkabalo nga gagamit kapalit ko ana? For example, ako mo conscious na kayo ko ba? Amo ko plano nga magbuhat ana no. Pero na-conscious nang ko ba? Saan niyo pagkabalo nga walkie-talkie na sa diha na tulo sila ka book istorya.
Naman tay monitoring engineer.
Maminaw mo sa among istorya.
Yes, sir. That is part of monitoring. We have two types of monitoring. First is we have what we call the frequency monitoring. So ang ginabuhat nato ana ginapaminaw ang radio frequency. So ma-determine nato, let's say, kaning frequency is naay gagamit. So i-determine na sa office kaning frequency is tan-awon sa record, assigned ba dito that person, na ba na-assign. And if illegal na siya, then subject siya for investigation. And another type sa atong monitoring is kanang we conduct actual inspection. So from time to time, we roam around the region and to check these businesses and other entities nga nabalaan na mo nga gagamit anang equipment, and i-check na mo whether ang paggamit nila nga na equipment covered ba siya with the necessary licenses.
Kaya ako, host man ko ka ng kasal, mga inana. Normally, mo man nilang ginagamit. So, hopefully, registered na siya.
That is another type of radio equipment,
Yes.
di ba? Kanang short range.
Short range.
Short range. Okay.
Kailangan pa ba?
For the short range radio, part na siya kadong exempted na siya. Ang
Exempted
kinahanglan
na siya.
is type approval
So,
lang
ito lang
siya.
mga high-end kayo nga,
Yes.
barag medyo maabot na gud sa pikas baryo ang mga...
Yes, kanang mga VHF nga radio.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's good to know. Kamo di ang nagplano nga mapalit ana, no? So, dapat din na siya i-adto pa ninyo sa NTC para allowed mo nga magbuhat na kay kung dili, balo naman sa may tabo. All right. Could you also provide us a quick explanation of the NTC's logical structure?
NTC's logical structure is mainly for our purpose is for the public, that is societal
Yes.
goal, that is to make the information communication technology available to the public in order to let's say improve their life. Okay,
Yes.
these days mao na maginatong kailangan, and in order to achieve this, we always make sure that we have a legal and regulatory environment conducive for investment of these infrastructures. So, mao na among goal yun, sir.
Okay. Paibalo daw atong mga viewers, no? Unsa daw ka tinuod nga kana ko ng 5G cell site makadaot ko na siya sa tuwang panglawas. Kani wala man ni siya sa tuwang kuan. Ako na ni pangutana kay kamo magandang master ani.
Yes sir, mo gina siya common nga question nga atong na kanang nadungog na bati.
Yes.
And napagali extreme question na sir. Na timing nga kaning pag-roll out nato sa 5G is in
Yes.
the 2020s. Mao po'y pagbuto sa pandemic.
Yes.
And giabot po na siya sa chismis o marites nga
Marites.
kuan nga kanitong COVID pandemic is caused by the
Oh,
5G.
mo-
Nainana nga chismis. And to answer that, the answer is no.
Oh, okay.
Kaning kuan nato frequency nga ginagamit sa 5G dili ni siya maka-cause og harm sa atong sa public. Well, in fact, the Department of Health, kasi when we talk about effect of something to our body,
Yes.
the competent government agency that can answer it is only the Department of Health,
Yes.
DOH. And as far as DOH is concerned, they issue a press release that this frequency emitted by our telecommunication companies or cell
Yeah.
sites so cannot cause ionizing radiation. So meaning to say dili siya maka-cause og
Okay.
harmful effects sa atong body.
Alright, natubag na gyud ang ato ang mga pangutana, no? For sure kana nga pangutana murag 5 years ago, 6 years ago kay nag-roll out ang ako natrabaho mo ko sa una sa telecommunications company po dito sa Amerika mo to siya nga company. Ang 4G ako na ang 5G ko no mo na at least natubag na siya nga pangutana nga dili de siya makadaot sa ato ang panglawas.
Actually, sir, that is a kuan siya. Matawag na to nga major concern. I-relate lang na to somehow bitaw because prior sa una, kana bitong magtukod sila telecommunication towers. Isa na siya nga makahamper gyud sa atong operation naman ang ipahibalogin nato sa public because the problem is ang problema sa atong internet nganong hinay siya,
Yes.
it's because kulang taog telecommunication towers.
Yes.
Ang problema karon si telecommunications company mo put up sila sa ilang telecommunication tower. Now, pag abot ana dito prior sa construction sa una pa, kinahanglan sila og neighbors consent. They need
Yes.
a consent from the neighborhood allowing them to construct their towers, their cell sites. But the problem now is dili sila musugot. Muna siya nga sighting lagi nga kanidang radiation emitted by our cell towers can cause harm. So again, ibalik na ko, the answer ana is no.
Okay.
And that is according to DOH.
Alright, so again, klaro na gikay na ang ato ang yung DOH ang nag-ingon nga dili na siya makadaot sa ato ang mga panglawas. So kung naay mo abang sa inyo ang yuta diha, paabangan siya.
Yes.
Para pod, again, ingon pa ni attorney, nga para pod ang ato ang convenience sa atong kinabuhi ba kay siyempre na kung silingan dili man kuno niya dili man siya mapataw sa site nga kita man maka-benefit ana. Okay, aside sa katong abangan nga yuta, of course maka-benefit ta kay kusog na ato ang internet connection.
Yes.
All right, thank you so much. And how have the NTC Region 10's performance measures and goals performed thus far in the year 2021?
Yes, sir. NTC, so we have our key performance indicators. So we are evaluated in terms of, for example, the number of licenses that we issued, the number of
Okay.
inspections that we conducted, and most importantly, the revenue that we generated. Well, as we evaluate it in 2021, in terms of the licenses issued and the inspections conducted, somehow, sir, we were able to achieve only around 95%. And that is because of the problem caused by the pandemic. Kasi sa una, maglisod tag-inspect because due
Yes.
to the restrictions. So limited yun ang atong mobility. But despite of that, nga wala na to, medyo na hit si inspection and si license issued. The importance, sir, is what is important is we were able to hit our revenue. So we were able to achieve a 195%.
Wow.
Exceeds our target. So i-translate nato na, so that is 125 million out of the target nga 62 million as of
Wow.
last year. And ako lang po as of this year, as of September of 2022. So all our targets, so we already exceed by 100%. So here comes December, end of this year. So
Yes.
we are very confident that we surpass our target for this year.
Okay.
That is only for Region 10, sir.
Region 10 lang
Yes.
dito, no? So grabe rin ang atong achievement din ide sa NTC Region 10. Kay nilapas naman kita sa atoang maragi ko apil ka trabaho sa inyo ba? Nilapas naman kita ang NTC Region 10 sa inyong goal or target nga goal, right?
And that is because, sir, of the hard work of all the employees and of
Wow.
course of the leadership of our regional director.
Okay, and our director is?
And
Engineer Chidoro Buenavista Jr.
All right. Thank you so much. And talking about kanang inyong nabuhat, I understand nga as far as kanang inyong goal is concerned, na meet na magina siya. How's the kanang ato ang connection din sa Cagayan de sa Region 10? How about specific sa Cagayan de Oro? Is our connection target being met so far? Let's say dapat dito sa suburbs ng mga lugar, paspas na bang ilaha? Do we still have issues ana or na-meet na sa tanan?
So you're talking about the internet connection, sir?
Yes, mo gina akong normally kay ako katrabaho mo ko sa call center sa una nya internet mo gina mo kay work from home man. Kanang na-meet na ba na siya? Maayo ba ang performance nato dito sa dili kayo sa part sa atong syudad dito sa layo nga mga lugar? Let's say Lumbia, kana sila nga mga lugar.
When we talk about the urban area, sir,
Yes, urban.
We've met the target. Well, in fact, nanay mga major players or mga aside na ni mga common players nga atong madungog like si Globe, Smart, and Dito. So we have also, we call it is a value-added service provider or VAS providers nga deliver sila og internet. So example na to ana is si Converge, if you've heard of that.
yes.
Converge, yes. Nakasulod na siya din sa Cagayan de Oro. So kana siya, makadungag na siya in terms of delivering our internet speed. And sadly lang, sir, if we talk about the rural areas, actually this is not just the concern of Region 10 or Cagayan de Oro, but is as a whole, as a nation, this is our concern, sir, that NTC is trying its best to deliver. Kay kuan mo, sir, on the part pud maguna sa kanang telecommunications,
Yeah.
you know, at the end of it, it is business. So maglisod pud ta og kana bitong ipa-invest nato sila into sa lugar nga wala gyud mo subscribe sa ilaha. So kana siya part
20 ra kabog sila dito.
20 ra kabog sila
Gusto mo
dito. So that is part of the continually gina-craft si NTC og policy as well as other relevant government agencies to address that issue.
Okay. Understanding, okay, wala yung mga cell site na mga lugar. Do we have nabatay equipment nga temporary makahatag og internet ana nga mga lugar while waiting mo densely populated sila?
Naay project karon. This is not under NTC but this is under DICT. So
okay.
they have a project kaning what they call as a free public Wi-Fi.
Yeah, kana.
So ang purpose nila ana is ga-offer sila into mga public spaces or public spaces. So this includes government offices, government buildings, so school premises, plazas. So inana, sir, so part na sa ilang program or project but that is not under NTC. So kang DICT na mention lang.
Okay. Well, that's pretty good. At least naagin ay collaboration ba?
Yes.
Para bitaw ma-achieve. Kaya at the end of the day, we have to serve
Yes.
mga tao nga makuha nila ang convenience silang kinabuhi. Kaya karon na ba ya? Lisod na ba ya kayo nga ang mostly dili ka magpalod kay manawag ka. magpa-load ka kay para mag-internet ka, di ba? So it's good nga naay na nga mga program ang government para matagaan pod og services to ang ato nanginahanglan.
Yes,
Naki-add,
sir.
sir.
Yes sir, kadto lang ang kon lang gina goal ani sa government is to deliver to improve our access
Yeah.
to basic telecommunication service.
All right. Well, thank you so much. What are other duties or responsibilities that NTC have that we do not know, that we are not really aware of? Basi na po mo yung mga trabaho nga, ana.
Notable of which is the during disaster,
Yes.
NTC is one of the frontliners that would go to the affected areas to provide
okay.
or to restore communications as soon as possible. Because in delivering aids or help,
Yep.
telecommunication is a very basic need. So when Yolanda struck Tacloban, it
I was there.
Yeah, it was NTC who worked for the immediate restoration of the telecommunication, and just lately the Odette
December.
storm. Yeah, we deliver radio equipments to the islands of Dinagat and Siargao.
Wow,
But
that's
I would just like to mention that PRRD, the former President Duterte, was very proactive in addressing this disaster because before the NTC arrived there, he already sent a satellite phone
Wow.
so they could contact the Manila offices to ask for assistance.
that's really nice. It at this generation ba dili lang biday kay kana mga roads atong ayon diretso, ang ato ang mga pantalan, apil po ang ato ang telecommunication. So you guys play an important role in restoring baka sa kanang communication diha. Kay of course lisod magay mabagyuhan, dili mo na manindog ang mga connection diha. So inyo nang ayhon dayon.
Yes.
Okay.
Not necessarily si NTC gid ang mukan, but somehow NTC would coordinate, manage, supervise with the telecommunication entities.
All right.
And if the telecommunication signals are not yet available, the radio equipments that we send to them are the most useful. And what are the other services?
Well, as I've mentioned earlier, that NTC has many hats that they wear. So NTC also, aside sa regulatory function, so part yapon siya sa development of the society. So NTC is part of the, its regional offices is part of the Regional Development Council. So kana siyang Regional Development Council, sir, muna siya ang ga-craft, formulate sa mga policies that would guide our economy. Well, in fact, just last Monday lang, NTC attended the Regional Development Plan in Region 10, wherein we crafted our vision from 2023 to 2025, where parts NTC nga nag-craft sa framework unsa ba day guide nato to have a better economy.
All right.
We also provide libreng tawag sa mga ports diri sa atoang region. So during like December, where volume of passengers, so natay mga libreng tawag dito na area.
All right.
And also we also partner with other departments like the social welfare and development. We are their partner in the anti-trafficking of persons, and what other else? Mga task force.
Yes.
Kanang let's say di ba atong August 28,
Yes.
di ba City Fiesta man to sa dinhi. Di ba gipalong man to ang kuan. So usa kamo gud ang nagbuot ana unsa man na siya?
NTC, sir, actually kanang magpalong tag signal. That is a more request
Recommendation?
Request of NTC to the telcos, but si NTC lang ang nag-facilitate ana. So PNP would request, send its request to the commission.
Okay.
And the commission then would order these
Okay.
telecommunication entities to shut down their signals.
All right. How does NTC handle kaning mga tax scams? Mo man common kay karon.
All NTC can do is to block the number. So, block ra gid among mahimo, sir. And if ang gigamit for scam is like Messenger, from Facebook, Instagram, we only refer them to cybercrime.
Cybercrime group.
Yes, and
Okay.
or NBI.
Okay.
But now we have the best answer to the test scam, the SIM Registration Act.
I love it. I was about to ask you that.
Yeah. So on this law, all the SIM card holder are appropriately identified. So if someone would send you a text and they commit crime like scam, you can go to any law enforcement agency like the PNP or the NBI, and the NBI can summon or issue a subpoena to the telecom provider, and they would divulge the identity of the sender.
Okay. Di lang basta-basta yatag. Of course, naging process nga i-follow na to.
Yeah,
diba?
it should follow the investigation procedure of the law enforcement agency.
And I think kana to ang SIM card registration law, 'di ba nabalaod naman na siya bago naman
Yes.
nagipirmahan. Maayo gyud kana siya for me, I mean for us consumers, I'm sure for you pa consumer magyapon mo, kana bitong mag-order ka ba usay mas scam bitaw pud gyapon ka. So mo ila siguro po ng panginabuhi po siguro no. All right. If we have some concerns about NTC, what would be the best thing to do?
First, if the concern is big concern, you can visit our website www.ntc.gov.ph, and if it's just a regional wise concern, we have our hotline numbers. We can ask our engineer.
Our hotline number is
Memorize it, engineer.
you can dial us through phone at 858-4800. That is the hotline of NTC Region 10 office. And as well as we have a hotline number, cell phone number. So that is 0977-850-0587. So kana siya tanan na siya, directed na siya sa atong Consumer Welfare and Protection Division.
All right. Before di ana to, napukoy pangutana di dinhi nga dapat po nato sa pangutana, what NTC regulations are routinely violated by us consumers or us Filipinos ang atong permanente gina-violate?
In our region, sir, it's
Sa ato na sa region din.
I can only speak for our region.
Okay.
It's the radio control law yun. Like the broadcast ka nang mag-operate sila without the franchise or the pertinent permits. And we also have cases for mobile phone dealers. Maligya sila without NTC permits.
Okay.
We have the, as mentioned by Attorney Pem, the MPSC, mobile phone service center, and the value-added service. It can be best explained by our engineer here, and the WDN.
Yeah, sure.
Yes sir, yung mga internet service is kana siyang mga small players or local players who are delivering internet service, especially ga-exist ni sila kadtong mga remote areas bitaw nato. Well, we know that their intention is just to deliver services to the public, but we also have a regulation to follow.
Okay.
So kana siya muna sir, one of the common gyud nga atong labi na kaning sa existence sa kanang
Pangatol mo sining ulo ana.
pandemic nga kanang nag-ano na ta, we shift to online platform tanan. So kana sir, diha ni siya ga-emerge kaning mga namaligyan itong mga vast providers. Kana sir, mo ginay common so far nga among na-observe karon.
All right. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure to have you three all here. And before we wrap this up, what are the new programs that you have for everyone, for the Filipinos, that we might be able to benefit later on?
Okay sir, so ako lang i-highlight. So this is one of the major program yun nga gina-work out sa NTC. So we call this as NTC Edge. So kaning gipang suot na mo karon sir, so that is NTC Edge. So
abi ako ka ng mga dot lang na siya.
Yes, NTC Edge or Edge is an acronym for Electronic Data Governance and Evaluation. So kani siya nga project sir, it is about bringing all the services kadong na mention ganina nga services sa NTC, bringing it to the digital platform. So ang gibuhat ana is nag-create tag a mobile app. So ang mahitabo dayon karon at the comfort of your home or anywhere else you are located, as long as you have access to internet, you can avail all these services catered by NTC through this application that hopefully we can launch it by siguro December. But as of now, this project is just being piloted by NTC Region 10 sa Cagayan de Oro and
Okay.
Region 7 in Cebu.
Cebu.
But ultimately, the goal of this project is to be implemented throughout the nation, throughout the country.
All right, thank you so much. Yeah, what are your messages to our viewers? Katong medyo naapoy pang buhat nga di mao. Aw. Dili kato atong mga viewers, ano imong message niyo sila, parting message?
The most questions being asked by the public is about the SIM Registration Act.
Yes, kana.
Basic questions are if ang ila dawng number is already postpaid, kailangan pa ba daw i-register?
Yes.
And the answer is yes, because that is what the law mandates. However, possible is i-shortcut na lang na siya because you already have established your identity sa inyong postpaid plans. And naapoy pangutana nga, ang imo ba kunong number, i-register ba daw under the SIM card registration? By the time na ang imong SIM na register, necessarily ang imuhang number is also automatically registered.
Okay. All right. And napari ko importante gyud kay sa tanan. Let's say mawala akong cellphone, mawala akong SIM. Can I recover the same cellphone number?
Yes, sir. Ang buhaton na to, kani siya, advice, kasi na naman ta kaning SIM registration.
Yes.
So ang buhaton, sir, let's say, nawala ang imong cellphone, imong number. So para dili na siya magamit sa uban,
Yes.
you inform your telcos or your NTC within 24 hours
Oh.
to have that number blocked.
Okay.
And to have that number blocked, sir, para dili na siya magamit sa uban. And once you recover that number, or let's say, na-block na to siya, para ma-regain to ni mga number, we also have this number portability. So you can also unblock or avail that number again.
Okay.
But ang important, ipablock lang siya para
Within 24 hours.
within 24 hours para di na magamit sa uban.
All
Yes, sir.
right.
And also, ang imong cellphone nga nawala, pwede sad na mo i-block para dili na magamit sa uban.
Oh, okay.
So, para dili mahalin, ang kanang SIM card canister,
Trey?
i-block na mo. So, dili na siya mo function with any SIM card. So, dili na gina siya magamit.
Well, that's good to know. Thank you so much. How about you, Attorney Joanne? Any parting message?
Sa ko lang is reminder sa
Reminders.
mga text scams.
Okay, yes.
So, daghan magid kayo na siya complaints karon. So, careful lang ta if ever you don't know who's texting you or messaging you.
Yes.
Ayaw i-entertain.
Okay.
And yes, you have to disregard it.
All right. Thank you so much. Any parting words, Engineer?
Okay, siguro parting word lang na ako, no, is NTC, there are several, we have lots of players in the broadcast or telecommunications industry, which I know nga ilang purpose is delivering service to the
Yes.
public. But as we all know, napod tayo mga regulations nga gina-follow or gina-implement. So, kwan lang, although your intention is good, but still you need to comply with the
Okay.
regulation.
All right. Well, thank you so much again, our dear viewers. We have really important guests this morning. We just had Attorney Pem Cavales, Attorney 3, and we have Attorney Joanne Marie Pacoribot, Acting Legal Officer, NTC Region 10, and Engineer Vexter Abada, Engineer 1, NTC 10. And we are so fortunate that you have accepted the invitation because I learned so much today, and I'm pretty sure that our viewers have learned so much today. Again, this is your partner sa Paglaom, Brother Edan Fuentes. We are your partners of hope. Thank you so much for watching.
We are delighted nga ang atong partner of hope niining atong episode karon mao ang NTC kun National Telecommunications Commission. Ang ahensya sa atong pangagamhanan nga dunay responsibilidad sa pag-supervise, paghatag og permiso, maingon man ang paghatag og guidelines sa mga telecommunication methods or ang paagi sa pag-disseminate sa importante kaayo nga mga impormasyon nga angayan mahibaw-an sa atong katilingban. Dunay usa ka patukuranan nga prinsipyo sa gobyerno nga demokrasya. Ug kana mao ang freedom of expression. Ang kagawasan nga si bisan kinsa makahimo sa pagsulti sa gusto niyang isulti. Guaranteed kana sa atong konstitusyon. But on the other hand, samtang guaranteed ka na sa atong konstitusyon, dili sad maayo nga himuon tanang paagi nga bisag unsa na lay atong isulti bisan kun kini dili ikaayo sa katilingban, dili ikaayo sa atong panaghiusa ug pagpangitag paagi nga mahimong lig-on ang patukuranan sa pagpauswag sa atong nasod. Dili maayo. Kinahanglan nga kung gamito nato ang freedom of expression, ato ning gamiton sa paagi nga makatabang kini sa pagpalig-on sa panaghiusa, makatabang kini sa pagdala o pag-uswag, makatabang kini sa pag-build up sa kinatibuk ang moral sa atong nasod. Muna nga, kinahanglan nga dunay ahensya nga mo control sa mga public information sources nga mudala og mga pag-express sa mga tao sa ilang kaugalingon. I like the establishment of this government agency, the NTC. On the other hand, buot na akong ipasantop nga mas makatabang kung ang part sa mga agency, radio, television networks, or any other media outlet nga ang ilang ikapadala nga mensahe makaabot gyud sa katilingban. Angay nato hinumduman nga maayo gyud kun ang atong adaptahon nga prinsipyo, ang prinsipyo nga ako lang itandi sama sa gingalag four-way test sa Rotary Club. Ang four-way test sa Rotary Club, paminaw ko, is a very comprehensive principle that applies in the guideline for ethics in broadcasting. Kana mao ang gingalag four-way test ang is it fair? Is it will it build better friendship? Maayo tinuod ba ni? Is it the truth? Or makatabang man ni sa kinatibuk-an nga ikaayo sa tanan nga dunay labot sa to all those who are concerned. So kana nga klase sa mga prinsipyo akong gibati nga foundational pud na related sa telecommunication, the method we impart information to the people. Kinahanglan nga balanse ni siya ug makatabang gyud sa kinatibuk-an nga ikaayo, dili kay unfair. Dili nato himuon ang atong telecommunication methods sama sa radio ug sa TV, dili nato ni gamiton sa pagbungkag sa atong maayong pagsinundanay sa nasod or pag-excite or pag-incite og rebellion and sedition or pagpukaw sa mga tao sa espiritus pagsukol nga inay nga kalinaw ang atong mabatnan, mahimo na hinuong kasamok. Ang Dios baya sa atong pagagamhanan, buot niya nga ma-build up sad ang better communication. Because our relationship with God is a two-way communication. God communicates with us, we communicate with Him. He communicates with us to what is revealed in the Bible, mga pagtulunan sa Biblia. We communicate with Him through our prayers. Ingon ana ang atong two-way communication with God. Supposed to be, maupod na siya ang rule ni ining sanga sa pangagamhanan nga dunay control sa communication. Mapadala nato ngadto ang atong gibati sa otoridad. Ang otoridad sa mupadala pod sa ilang programa nga ni sa ato nga walay intensyon nga madaot kana nga linya sa communication. Himuo na siya nga balanse sa paagi nga ang part sa gobyerno ikaayos mga tao, ang part pod sa mga tao ang cooperation ug ikaayo sa pangagamhanan. Kay dili maayo nga kung kining pikas ra, ang dunay intention nga maayo ang pikas, dunay intention nga maot. In the two-way communication, all concerned must build better friendship. Mga higala, sa Bible, dunay giingon nga mismo ang atong communication sa Ginoo ay panahon nga ang Ginoo maminaw man siya sa tanan atong gusto isulti apan panahon nga mo supak kita sa iyang kabubuton. Proverbs 28 verse 9 says, bisan ang pag-ampo sa mga tao nga wala na mugtagad sa iyahang mga pahimangno, sa iyang tulumanon, sa iyang kasuguan. Ang pag-ampo na ng klase sa mga tao, dili na madawat sa langit, dili na gana ng Ginoo. So, in the telecommunication system, himuo na to ang kooperasyon sa atong pangagamanan. Himuo na to ang ikaayo sa atong katilingban. Dili na to gamiton kini nga communication gadgets sa paagis pagbungkag sa panaghiusa, sa pagbungkag sa maayong pagsinundanay, kundili gamito nato kini sa paagi nga kita dunay positibo nga kontribusyon sa atong pangagamhanan, sa atong katilingban, o sa kinatibukan, sa atong pagpuyo, samtang kita na nagsandurot sa usag-usa. This is Faith and the Nation, segment sa atong Partners of Hope program sa Hope Channel. Your servant, Pastor Edwin Golfan.